let's do special brownies, and it's not quite what you think. I can't wait to share my fun little trick with you to make brownies even better. So Paper Chef has this amazing brownie mix. It's gluten-free if that matters to you, but it tastes amazing. So I've got this mixed up with the butter and the water that it mentions in an egg. So there's my big batter bowl with brownie mix. I'm making a double batch right now, so this will fill our medium bar pan. I'm going to be using a large bar pan to make a double batch, and this is Pampered Chef's new fusion stoneware that is a little sturdier than it has been in the past. You can actually use soap on it or even run it through the dishwasher, and it's still going to season up nicely. It's just a really cool new technology, but that same great amazing bake that you can't get anywhere else for pizzas or for brownies, of course. So with my brownie mix, and I've already mixed it up. If you wanted to make this vegan, you could just use your egg substitute. I used regular eggs today, but either way, it turns out great. I've done both. All right, so I'm just gonna use my mix and scraper, my batter bowl here, get this brownie mix all on here. Now you'll notice I didn't grease the pan ahead of time. That's something you wanna do if you're using metal. And with stones, they naturally become more and more non-stick as you use them. So that's a pretty cool little feature of them, I guess. So I'm just gonna spread out this brownie mix. So I just made it right like the package said on the back. And you could do this with any of your brownies. And Pampered Chef had a warm caramel nutty brownie recipe several years back. We could probably still find it on the website. But what I noticed was it had a mixture of salt, brown sugar, and I'm really struggling not to eat this in front of you here. If you were at home, no one would be looking, right? So anyway, it had brown sugar and salt, and then you chopped up your nuts. So I have adopted that to be my special way of making brownies, and I always get lots of compliments on my brownies, so I thought I would share this tip with you, this little trick, and it might be surprising, but just adding that little bit of salt, it really brings out the sweetness, and it's just delicious on all baked goods, but for sure brownies. So what I've done, because my family's divided on the nut situation. Some of us like nuts, some of us don't. And so I've got 2 bowls. I did a 1/4 cup of brown sugar, but I split them into 2 prep bowls. By the way, you can get these prep bowls in a set of 6, and I use them all the time. I'm gonna add some salt to both. So, you know, I've been doing this so long that I just will kind of eyeball it. I don't have exact measurements, but I wanna mix the brown sugar and the salt together, okay? And then for the walnuts, you can do peanuts, you can do pecans, you can do whatever. I like walnuts, so I'm gonna chop up some walnuts for my side of the brownies. And I'm gonna do that using the good old classic food chopper. If you have a food chopper, tell me how long you've had it, because I mean, I've met people that have had them more than 30 years, and they're still going strong, which is, I mean, just insane to me. And one thing that some people don't realize is that there are replacement parts for lots of our products. So if you ever have like a crack or just one piece of something that breaks, check with me. There might be a replacement part instead of replacing it all if it's not within the warranty time. Okay, so let's chop up these walnuts. All right, so what I do, and of course you want to have clean hands, you could use a fork, I guess, is I mix up the salt, brown sugar, and walnuts, and then just kind of sprinkle it over the top. You don't mix this in, it's just for the topping. Yes, oh, I'm so excited about brownies. All right, and then of course we'll do the same thing, but without the nuts on the other side. And it just gives it this really nice topping. Some of it bakes in, but for the most part, just that salty sweet really brings it out. It's delicious. So that's my brownie mix. I'll pop those into the oven. They take about 25 minutes, and and then you're gonna get a ton of compliments on your brownies. So if you have a baked good that people ask you to bring to parties or to always have, tell us what that is, and if there's any special tip that you're willing to share, we'd love to know as well. All right, that's all for now.